What is the role of pain in Hatha Yoga practice? Well, first off, we need to understand what Hatha Yoga is. Hatha is a Sanskrit word that may be translated as violence. Now, the way we define violence within Tantra is quite different from the modern mundane definition of violence. Violence within Tantra is action. It is the application of will within the active material world. So, many things can be classified as violence from the tantric perspective that typically would not be classified as violence in the mundane world. For example, if you were to grab someone's shoulder as they fell off a cliff in order to save their life, we would consider that to be violence within Tantra, because you are applying your will within the active world. Giving someone a hug would be a violent action. Speaking and allowing your words to flow through the air, that is also violence. Even something as simple as taking a step onto the grass is an act of violence. So Hatha Yoga is the study of violence, how we use violence in order to achieve our specific goals. And within the practice of Hatha Yoga, there is the principle of pain. Pain is an extremely important concept to understand if you are going to practice Hatha Yoga. Now, one of the most common, if not the most common, forms of Hatha Yoga is asana. Asana is the utilization of postures in order to achieve first physical body awareness, and then build upon that awareness so that you can expand your understanding of consciousness. Pain is one of the most important aspects of asana practice, because pain is a very obvious, direct expression of Shakti. In the profane world, we experience Shakti first through physical pain, awareness of the physical body. And it is pain that we struggle against within Maya, because pain is for most people the foundation of compulsion. First physical pain, but also emotional pain. Both physical and emotional pain are found within the realm of active consciousness. We would associate physical pain with the Muladhara chakra, and we would associate emotional pain with the Manipura chakra. In order to overcome Maya, you must overcome one of her greatest weapons, and that is pain. So within Hatha Yoga practice, the yogin exposes himself to pain in order to become master of Maya's great tool of control. So what is an example of the use of pain in a Hatha Yoga practice in order to develop greater resistance to the compulsive aspects of Shakti? There is an exercise that is conducted by Shaolin monks wherein you climb a flight of stairs and then you crawl back down head first. The idea is that you just place your hands and your feet on the ground as you crawl head first down the flight of stairs. Now, this is an exercise that I've performed many times, and I've performed variations on this. For example, running up a hill with bare feet on jagged rocks, and then climbing head first back down the hill using, once again, just your bare hands and feet. This is an exercise that has the potential to expose you to a high degree of pain. So why would we do this? Well, because when we expose ourselves willfully to pain, this becomes a meditative exercise wherein you control your reaction to pain. When you are able to successfully control your reaction to pain, you improve upon your ability to control your reactions to the material world, to Maya. And through that process, you begin to break attachment. You become less physically reactive to systems of control, which are linked to physical manifestation, and you become less reactive in your emotional center. And this is a great bridge to autonomy, to empowerment of the self. Now, of course, we don't want to expose ourselves to so much pain that we cause irreparable damage, or we make it impossible to continue with our exercises. So we want to find a balance point in the degree of pain that we expose ourselves to. And that is a yogic practice, to find balance, to find union in the application of pain, so that you are able to prove to yourself that Maya cannot control you in the realm of emotions and physicality.